Hello, my name is Greg Culver, and I'm the director of the Crossroads Mission Men's Shelter. I was living in addiction for close to 30 years. I ruined my family life, my jobs, everything around me in my addiction. Alcohol had consumed everything in me and everything about me, and I no longer had friends. I couldn't be around family anymore. Wasn't welcome anywhere I went due to my alcoholism. I realized I had a problem when my family dropped me off at the Crossroads Mission and told me that they didn't want to see me anymore. They were tired of the way I was living and they couldn't deal with it anymore. And when I went into detox, I had to stop and really think what was going on and how I ended up where I was. And the realization came to me that I did have a problem with alcohol and drugs, and I had to do something to get out of that lifestyle. When I first came to the mission, I was very, very angry. I hadn't quite accepted that it was my fault and my behaviors that brought me to this point in my life. I was still blaming family and other people that they had the problem and that I didn't. Once I got into the program, I started to realize that, it was me and my behaviors, my actions, and how I was living that was the problem. I went through all the programs the mission had. I went through the Detox Center. I also went through the New Life program and also into the New Way program. And going through those programs, one of the main things I had to learn was to forgive myself. Quit beating myself up for the mistakes I'd made, for the damages I'd done. And once I could learn to forgive myself, I could start healing from the pain that I was going through. And once I started healing from that, I could reach out and start making amends and start correcting or doing what I could to make the things right that I had caused damage to. When I came to the mission, the only goals I had was to restore relationships with my family and somehow find a job so I could get my own place to live. But from then, I have now worked my way to from the house manager position to the director of the men's shelter. I've been enrolled in GCU for going on a year, working towards my bachelor's degree in substance abuse counseling. And once I complete the bachelor's degree, I'm going to go on to get my master's. After I'd been in the program and I'd worked for the mission for about 2 years, I'd slowly been rebuilding relationships with my family. It went from going over for a day at a time and talking to them to being able to go over and spend a night with my kids and my mom. After 2 years, my mom and my 3 children all moved in with me. And then after about 7 years in sobriety, I was reunited with my ex-wife, and we have restored our relationship and are now married again. Recovery does restore relationships. The Crossroads Mission has an excellent recovery program, but it gives you time to stop and think, how do I really want to live the rest of my life? Do I want to keep living in the misery and the pain that I've created? Or do I want to put in the work that it's going to take to live a better life, a peaceful life, a life with God that is continually getting better and better and better? My life now compared to how it was, I can sleep at night. I don't have the stress and the memories of the damage I've caused to people haunting me. I don't have the misery of knowing I have to have a drink to wake up or to get out of bed. My life now is peaceful. I have ways to deal with the hardships life brings, but I don't have to return to alcohol or drugs to deal with life. I learned through the mission the tools and the skills one needs to take on life's challenges and come out of it successful, and learning from the challenges to improve my own life. If you're struggling with drugs or alcohol, that lifestyle, not just the drugs and alcohol, but the lifestyle that goes with it, there is a way out. There is a better life. Just take the time, come to the mission, take the 4 months in the New Life program, take the 6 months in the New Way program, and learn what it is you are, what's your life about, what is it you want to be, and know that God can set you free and guide you to the greatness you are destined for.